the #1 priority is locating Miss Scott. We will ask for your help in locating this vehicle, which you'll get a little more information. It's a 1999 metallic gold Toyota Camry with a Pennsylvania tag of MSX0797. But we need to know where this car is. We need to find this car. Want folks to understand this person has a little bit of a pattern of this type of history. And so we want to encourage anyone that may have been involved with this individual, anyone that may know this individual, please, at this point in time, make that phone call. Feel comfortable enough to call us and let us know if you have any information regarding this person, regarding any interaction you've had with this individual. If you have been the victim of any crime regarding this individual, I want you to understand now is the time to make that phone call and let us know.
Big developments in the case involving Kada Scott, this young woman working the late night shift, working hard at an assisted living facility, working the overnight shift, left a little bit early. Friends had reported that she had gotten some harassing phone calls in the couple of the days prior to all of that. And then she left work a little bit early, but not seen. Her car, no social media. Her car was left at the facility where she was working. So here's the Deputy Commissioner Frank Venor from the Philadelphia Police Department with some more of the updates.
We've been investigating this since Saturday, October 4th in the evening, the last time Kada Scott was seen at her place of work up in Mount Airy area. Our evidence that we followed, and we did involve a lot of investigators on this, led us to several places, that digital evidence, and as everyone knows, we searched a very large area up in the Arboretum, and we came up really with negative results. After that time, we asked the Homicide Division, the FBI, Violent Crime Task Force, to enter into the investigation to assist. All right, and we continued our search, trying to track Ms. Scott's whereabouts, along with anybody she may have encountered during that time. Our evidence is pretty clear that she was in communication with an individual. That individual appears to meet her very shortly after she leaves her place of work, and very shortly after that, she disappears off of the footprint. We have a lot of digital evidence, video and other, which provides us with this individual by the name of Keon, K-E-O-N, King, K-I-N-G. We believe this individual, and through our evidence, we were able to charge this individual. The district attorney was able to charge the individual. You'll hear from them shortly, with kidnapping at this point. It's very important to know we're not done our investigation. We need to find Ms. Scott, figure out where she is, or what may have happened to her to cause her to completely disappear from all her items, her phone, her Instagram, social media sites, and everywhere else, work. She left her car at that location. So it's very important that this individual, who does have prior history of being arrested, especially for this very same thing, this year was charged with kidnapping another female acquaintance. That case was dismissed from court, and I'll explain it. It's going to be refiled now as we're going to move forward to attempt. So he's being really charged with 2 cases today of kidnapping, and in that case it involves assaults that occurred during the kidnapping. So this is a pattern of behavior. That vehicle that you've seen, the Toyota Camry, was his vehicle. All right, that vehicle's not recovered. All right, some of the stuff he did as we attempted to find him was he got rid of things like the car, the phone. We're not able to find things that he was using. He had an address in Southwest Philadelphia. He had other addresses that it looks like he's not using anymore. So he attempted to elude us for some time. He did come in last night. He's here being processed, but there's a lot of questions we still have. So we're asking the public's help. We need it more than ever. This car, you'll see a better picture of it. We sent it to you digitally. It's a gold-colored Camry, 1999. It has heavy front-end damage on the left front bumper. All right, that's being described that way several times. We know it's been in the Mount Airy area. We have photos of it in Center City. We have pictures of it in Grace Ferry area and in Southwest Philadelphia. So it's possible that it could be anywhere. It could be outside the city. So if somebody sees this, thinks they know where this car is, it's very possible it doesn't have this tag on it anymore. So if you see a car like it, we're urging you to call police, have it investigated.
And just before we went on the air for this program, another update in the case. They have located the car belonging to the suspect, Keon King. Again, he's only been charged with kidnapping and reckless endangerment, has not been charged with murder. They're still looking for Kada Scott. They haven't found her, but they have recovered his car. Let's bring back in our think tank. Still with me here in the studio, Daryl Cohen, Meg Strickler, TJ Ward. TJ, let's go straight to you on this. They've recovered the car. What are they going to do with that car? What do you suspect they may be able to learn now that they have possession of the suspect's vehicle?
They're going to look for evidence that they can find, fingerprints or anything that may be in the car that may be tied to him, and try to build a case against him and be able to locate different things in the car. It may be his phone, looking for his phone records to see where his phone may have been when she went missing, so on and so forth, the logs and all. Everything that they need to do with that car, they'll keep the car, go through it. The fingerprints, if there's something there, may be the big thing, or something left in the car that may have been any blood, anything that may have tied him to her being missing or being dead.
Now, the other thing we've heard, they did not initially search the car. They were going to get a warrant. They had tinted windows. So I'm wondering, how long does that process take to get the warrant, to get inside the car, to see if maybe Kada's in the car?
I think they will have that done instanter, meaning it will happen almost immediately as soon as they provide the evidence to a magistrate, whoever he or she is. They will sign the search warrant and they'll go through it. And also they're going to be looking, in addition for blood, they're going to be looking for hair. They're going to be looking at DNA samples. They're going to look for everything. And right now he's no longer a suspect, he's a defendant. And even kidnapping is no minor thing. Hopefully she's going to be alive and found alive. I doubt it.
I do too.
They've charged him with kidnapping. They haven't found her. Correct. They must have a video of it?
There's something, obviously, and technology is what's killed him. All the videos, all the flock camera, the car is from 1999, so they can't go to that car to see where it's been, because there's GPS trackers on most of our cars these days. That 1999 thing does not have that. But there's so many things, like the Easy Pass up there. Everything that guy's done in that car, we'll know about.
Okay, now I want you to take a listen to this. This is a disturbing fact in the case relative to this defendant, okay? So he's suspected of abducting her, obviously a suspect perhaps for the murder of Kada Scott. But take a listen to the assistant DA talking about his prior history.
When I picked up this investigation, one of the things that our office also learned was that he did have a previous case. It was a 2025 case for very similar conduct, strangulation and kidnapping. That case had been withdrawn by our office based on the witness failing to appear at court. I pulled that file, and after an extensive review of it, our office made the decision to refile those charges. We believe there is enough to proceed, and we also do believe that this is a pattern for this person.
Okay, help me understand this. He strangles and does the same thing, attacks a woman in his car.
Fails to show up for court? What?
The victim doesn't show up. They drop the charges.
That's not how it works. What are you talking about?
But you go send a police officer, a deputy sheriff, and bring that victim in. If she doesn't want to come in voluntarily, you help her make it voluntary. You don't allow a person such as him to be on the street charged with a crime of this type of violence. You
also,
don't.
the prior statements, whoever made the original allegation, there would have been a 911 call, there would have been the original report to the police officer. All that junk still comes in.
It may be a domestic violence situation, and I thought there were rules to protect.
Yes, there are in Georgia at least.
Because most victims of domestic violence
recant.
They recant and they're scared.
Exactly.
Or they want to go back with their spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, and so they excuse it because it'll never happen again. It was just an accident, which is complete baloney.
Yeah, but now they're refiling the charges. Like, a little too late.
That really is
like a
upsetting.
lot too late.
It's really upsetting to the mother and the father of Kada Scott that this particular gentleman could have been in jail with no bond. Because a kidnapping charge, the OG one, you don't get bond normally. That's a very strong charge.
Let me ask you this. Now, they've charged him with kidnapping. They haven't found Kada Scott. There's no sign of life. We've seen no sign of life. She was very prolific on social media, beautiful young woman. You know, living her best life and working hard at the same time. She may not show up in court.
She may not be able to show up in court.
Like this is what I'm trying to understand. Like sometimes victims aren't available. Right? They don't have a murder case against this guy yet, but let's say they never have a murder case against him. Can they go forward on the kidnapping case
100%.
without the victim?
100%. There's a thing called prior bad acts, and they're going to bring the prior bad act no matter what in now. So that comes in. Number two, all the technology we talked about in the old case, they're going to look a little harder at the old case, and they're going to look at the comparisons between the two, so it's more easy the second time around, period.
It's sad, but this is a teachable moment for that district attorney's office to understand that if a victim who is a legitimate victim doesn't come forward at that moment, you can go out and find that victim. You don't drop the charges, because Kada may very well be just fine if they had gone ahead and prosecuted him and left him incarcerated.
Yeah, it's 2025. I mean, I was a prosecutor last century is when I worked in the office,
Me too.
right? You too, last century. And like back then as a young prosecutor, I knew that you don't just drop cases when the victim doesn't show up. If it's a case, especially of domestic violence, that's where sometimes there's almost this adversarial relationship between the prosecutor and the victim, but you've got their statement, and sometimes you have to cross-examine, or you have a hostile victim on the witness stand, but you understand the nature of this. This is a major blunder by the DA's office in Philadelphia.
These people escalate too. As they go more and more, it escalates. It gets worse. So now I really wonder what the old story is, and I just have this bad feeling about this one.
TJ, what does your gut tell you about the connection between King and Kada? Like how, this doesn't seem like a random abduction to me.
No, it's not. And if you recall, when they first started, she got phone calls when she was at work. And one of the things the police might want to start doing, triangulation logs. I don't know if you know about triangulation logs. If he had his phone with him, they can track and see exactly where he was when she may have been, and if he was with her or came to pick her up or took her from there, they should be able to find the triangulation logs where he was and where he is if he had his phone with him. That's one of the things law enforcement would look at severely. I mean, they would look at that to make sure to see if they could pinpoint exactly where he was at all if he had his phone with him.
And she got to work and left pretty quickly. My guess is she wasn't expecting to leave and not work that night, but maybe just go outside and speak with someone or meet with someone for a moment. And to me, that's where she's probably taken by force.
Yep.
There's cameras. There's cameras in that assisted living, guaranteed. Guaranteed. So they're looking at that as well.
Now, if they had the videos of the abduction when we were still looking for her and there was no public suspect, are you surprised they didn't release any of that, any of those images if they were looking for him?
They probably kept it close, waiting to find him, my guess.
So they knew who they were looking for?
They very well could have, yes.
They knew about the car. They knew about the damage on the driver's side of the vehicle. They knew a lot more than what they were saying, and they were acting on what they knew and what they needed to know.
All right, think tank, stay where you are. We'll continue to stay on top of that story and all the developments because it's not over. Need to find Kada Scott.